Hey plant fam, this is Ayin and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to do a plant focus video, but this will be a quick plant focus lang, I think, kasi we'll be talking about just one plant. Okay, hindi ito plant comparison or anything like that. This video is going to be all about the Syngonium Podophyllum Albo Variegatum, which is the plant that I have here. So ito siya, guys. Ayan. So we will be talking about some generic facts about this plant, and then I'll be sharing with you guys what I do, like the plant care that I do for this, and also the story behind this plant, which I've already shared here on my channel in a couple of vlogs, but for sure meron sa inyo na hindi pa naririnig yung kwento na yon. But yeah, spoiler, so muntik na itong mamatay sa akin. But I was able to, you know, save it, and ayan, nakapag-recuperate siya ng maayos, and ayan, sobrang lago na niya, sobrang haba na niya. So we will talk about, again, plant care, about how I water this, kung saan siya nakalagay, so yung kanyang light requirement, especially if you're from the Philippines, and then also propagation, kasi recently I propagated this through stem cutting, and it's been in water for maybe around mga 2 weeks na, so I'm gonna show you an update on that. So yeah, today's plant focus video is all about the Syngonium Podophyllum Albo Variegatum, which I will call Syngonium Albo throughout the video because masyadong mahaba at nosebleed yung kanyang scientific name, diba? But yeah, so if you guys wanna know facts about this plant and how I take care of this, then just keep watching. Okay, so the Syngonium Albo, it's one of the many types of Syngonium, which is also called arrowhead, and bukod sa name na arrowhead, the Syngonium is also called Nephthitis, but they are more commonly known as arrowhead or Syngonium plants. So Syngonium Albo, it's known for its variegation na dark green leaves, and merong siyang mga white variegation. So ayan, like this one. Almost half and half yan. And this one naman, as you can see, ang dami niyang white areas. So, ayan. This one, kahit na minsan nag-grow siya ng leaves na green lang, like this one, green lang siya, hindi ibig sabihin nun na nawala na yung kanyang variegation. Kasi, minsan meron lang talagang times na green lang yung ginogrow niya, but babalik siya sa merong white. Like, ito. Like this one, mga newer leaves niya. So, Syngoniums, just like philodendrons, monsteras, they are part of the Araceae family. And just like the monstera, the Syngoniums are native to the rainforests in Mexico, South America, and Central America. So, as you can see, Syngoniums are veining plants. So, meaning humahaba sila, nagiging leggy sila. If you're wondering kung bakit yung ibang Syngoniums na pwede ninyong makita in like garden centers or plant nurseries, why they are not that leggy, I'm assuming that what they do is that they take a lot of stem cuttings from the plant and then root it out, and then tinatanim lang nila ulit doon sa same plant para mas maging bushy and lush siya. But normally, they are like this. They are veining. So, pwede siyang kumapit din sa mga puno, ganyan. And pwede nyo rin siyang i-pole. Pwede rin kayo maglagay ng pole or stick sa kanyang pot if gusto nyo na pataas yung kanyang growth. For me, gusto ko kasi ng veining plants. I think nabanggit ko na to before, but hindi ako masyadong fan ng mga parang pinapataas na plant. Mas gusto ko yung nagtitrail sila. So, trailing plants. And kaya ayan, ganyan ko lang siya dinidisplay. Okay, so a trivia. According to my research, all parts of the Syngonium plant, I think not just the Syngonium Albo, but all Syngonium plants, all their parts are actually toxic or poisonous. So, if you have kids, if you have pets, make sure na you place your plants strategically in an area or a spot wherein your kids and pets won't be able to reach it. Kasi, syempre, hindi rin natin masabi, baka mamaya biglang kunin nila yung dahon or kagatin nila, diba? So, just to avoid any accidents, place it in a strategic spot na hindi nila agad-agad maaabot or makukuha. Okay, so now I'm gonna be sharing with you kung ano daw yung mga requirement ng isang Syngonium Podophyllum Albo or Syngonium Albo. Again, ito lang yung mga nire-recommend ng experts or mga nire-recommend sa mga sites or sa mga garden centers, ganyan. But of course, it all depends on your location and kung ano yung sa tingin mong nag-work for your plant. To be honest, itong mga to, most of the tips na nakita ko online, those did not work for me. Okay? So later, i-share ko sa inyo kung ano yung mga nag-work sa akin. But for now, yung muna tayo sa mga generic. So, sabi, the Syngonium Albo requires partial shade, and understandably, it's because nga it's variegated, and we all know na yung mga variegated plants, they don't like direct sun or they shouldn't get that much sun exposure because sun might burn their leaves, diba? So, ayaw natin na masunog yung leaves ng mga plants, and because nga, since variegated sila, walang chlorophyll yung kanilang leaves, mas may tendency na madali silang ma-damage ng sun. That's why it's recommended na ilagay sila sa spot na may partial shade lang or meron lang bright indirect light. By the way, forgot to mention na this plant, it can grow up to 3 meters, I think, yung kanyang trail or kung gaano siya kahaba. Okay, as for temperature, it's recommended na ilagay sila sa normal room temperature na not lower than 50 degrees Celsius. So, hindi masyadong malamig and hindi rin masyadong mainit. So, around mga 30 degrees Celsius. Na which, if you're from the Philippines, alam natin na yung ating temperature dito sa Pilipinas ay lumalampas sa 30 degrees. 'Di ba? But, ayun, again, it's all about kung saan mo sila ilalagay. Find a spot wherein you'll get bright and direct light, but at the same time, it won't be too hot for the plant. Okay, so when it comes to soil, since this is an aeroid, we all know that aeroid, they love very airy soil mixture. So, for mine, I have this in soil na merong halong cocoa cubes and then meron din siyang perlite. So, as much as possible, you want a soil mixture that's very well draining. Because this plant actually, you don't need to water it that much. Hindi siya yung tipo ng plant na sobrang matakaw sa tubig. So, the more airy the soil mixture is, the better for this kind of plant. Okay, so now I'm gonna be sharing with you kung paano ko nga ba talaga inaalagaan itong aking Syngonium Albo, ano nga bang nangyari, bakit muntik na siyang mamatay, and I'm gonna be sharing with you what worked for me and what did not, okay? Kahit na, kasi may mga bagay tayong makikita online, may mga mababasa tayo na yes, yun yung recommended ng maraming tao. But again, it depends on your location, kung anong klaseng light yung nakukuha ng place mo or kung anong klase kang plant parent, 'di ba? So, hindi lahat ng makikita mo online or mababasa mo online, and even itong mga sinasabi ko sa inyo, hindi lahat yan ay, kumbaga, yun na siya. Kumbaga yun lang yung way kung paano siya mag-grow or kung paano siya alagaan. Of course, it depends. Maraming mga factors ang makaka-apekto sa growth ng isang plant, okay? So again, as I always say, take things with a grain of salt. Ito yung mga things, ito yung mga steps, ways, strategies na nag-work for me. So, it depends on you if you're gonna try it. It depends on you if, you'll do the same in case you're having a hard time taking care of a Syngonium Albo. So, I included this plant in my first ever houseplant tour. Ito yung last plant, I believe, na pinakita ko doon. And during that time, ilang leaves pa lang siya. And for months, nag-produce naman siya ng mga new leaves. But then, I decided to change its location. So, minove ko siya from yung side table namin na malapit sa window. Minove ko siya dun sa aking plant shelf, which I've also shown in my updated houseplant tour. Yung plant shelf na yun, yung malapit sa aming pintuan, yung pagpasok doon. Nilagay ko siya doon sa ibabaw doon. Okay? And then, when I placed it there, una okay lang siya, and then it started losing leaves. As in, namamatay one leaf after another. So, ayan. And I noticed na talagang hindi na siya mukhang masaya until 2 leaves na lang yung natira sa kanya. Isang healthy looking and isang medyo, parang feeling ko anytime soon, alam mo yun, madededs na rin. So, what I did was, I placed my Syngonium Albo outside. During that time, mayroon pa akong plant shelf sa labas. Pero, meron siyang nakaharang na net para filtered light yung makukuha niya. Kasi yung spot na yun, nakakakuha talaga siya ng light from sa morning up to afternoon. Siguro mga hanggang 1 or 2 p.m. ganyan. But since nga may net siya, so filtered light yung nakukuha niya. And surprisingly, just when I thought that it's about to die, it started growing new leaves for me. And nung nag-grow na siya ng new leaves, most of the leaves na pinroduce niya are green. So naisip ko, baka nawala na yung variegation, which is fine with me, as long as buhay yung plant. But then, it produced variegated leaves, and then, ayan na nga, nag-produce na siya ng mas maraming leaves na variegated. And that's when I decided na, nung medyo nag-grow na siya, medyo humahaba na siya, hindi na siya pwede doon sa plant shelf kasi matatouch na yung soil. And pag natouch yung soil, maraming mga worms, ganyan. So, ayoko na masira yung plant. So, what I did was, I placed it in a hanging wire basket like this. So, yan na siya. Ito siya mismo. And then, ayun, nilagay ko to doon sa aming living room kung saan ay nakakakuha siya ng morning light. And ayan, so nag-grow na siya ng nag-grow doon. So which made me conclude na this plant, it really requires a lot of light, okay? So again, may mga sites, may mga nabasa ako na sinasabi nila medium light lang daw ito or low light, it will thrive. But in my case, hindi siya nangyari. Hindi ganon yung gusto niya, okay? Mas gusto niya na more light. And buti na lang doon sa, ngayon yung pesto niya for months na doon nga sa window, it gets morning light. So, it has been producing a lot of new growths for me, which means gusto niya yung spot na yon. As for water, I don't really water this that much. I think I water this once every 2 weeks lang. Kaya rin nasabi ko kanina na hindi ito yung type of plant na matakaw sa tubig. Mananotice nyo rin naman sa leaves if it needs water already. Kasi usually parang naka-perk up yung mga leaves niya na ganyan. Tapos kapag it needs water, medyo nagdo-droop siya. But it's not as, kumbaga noticeable as compared to, let's say, peace lily or sensation plant. Nakitang-kita mo na talagang nakayuko yung mga leaves, diba? So, observe nyo lang din. Ako, mas tinitingnan ko yung soil. So, I see to it that the top soil is completely dry. So, I dip my finger. And then, pag mga hanggang dito na yung dry area ng soil. So, ayun, dinidiligan ko na siya. Pag nakita kong tuyo na yung kanyang 1 to 2 inches ng kanyang soil. But again, hindi talaga to maselan when it comes to water. Hindi niya kailangan ng that much water. I think that's also the problem or yun yung naging mali ko before because dati dinidiligan ko to like every 3 to 4 days and then ayun na nga, yung leaves niya nag-start siya na malagas isa-isa hanggang sa naging 2 na nga lang siya. So yun, when it comes to fertilizer, I don't really put that much fertilizer sa plant na to kasi natatakot ako kasi kapag manipis yung leaves ng plant, usually ito yung mga madaling what do you call this? Alam mo yun, may tendency na ma-burn yung leaves sa fertilizer kapag napasobra ka lang ng onte. So, hindi ko siya nilalagyan masyado. Minsan lang nilalagyan ko siya nung aking, yung ginagamit ko na fertilizer. Pero sobrang onti lang. Siguro mga, maliliit lang yan na bilog. Siguro mga 5 or 6 lang na pieces. And yun na yun, okay? Pero, ilang months ko na to actually hindi nalalagyan ng fertilizer. But still, it's doing well. So, hindi ko pa ito na-measure, pero mahaba na siya. Papakita ko sa inyo para may idea kayo. So, ito siya, diba? Ayan. Ayan. Yan. Ganyan na siya kahaba. Hindi ko alam kung ilang feet na to. Siguro mga 4 feet na siya or mga 3 feet. Ayan. And, ayun nga. Recently, nag-propagate ako sa kanya. So, kinot ko lang yung dulong part, which is this part right here. So, ayan. Makikita nyo, may cut yan. Ayun. So far, hindi pa siya nag-grow, pero may nakikita ako dito lumalabas na new leaf. So, I guess, pag ganun, nalalabas yung bago niyang leaves. Okay, so ito yung stem cutting na kinuha ko sa kanya. Currently in water, again, mga 2 weeks na to dito. Pero yung kinuha ko yung dulo niya, meron actually siyang leaf na hindi pa nag-unfurl. Hindi pa nag-unfurl, ayan. Pero medyo pabuka na siya. So far, 2 weeks, and ito na yung new roots. Ayan, lumabas na. Medyo mahaba na actually. Unti na lang hihintayin ko, pwede ko na tong i-repot, I think. And hopefully mag-grow pa siya. So, siguro mga hintayin ko umabot siya ng mga 2 to 3 inches bago ko siya ilagay sa soil. And hopefully, wag siyang mamatay. But yeah, nilagay ko lang siya dito sa water and pinapalitan ko tong water every week. So, you can change the water like every 2 days or 3 days. It's just that makakalimutin ang lola girl nyo. Kaya hindi ko siya napapalitan every other day. Pero yun, nasa inyo naman yan. So yeah, what else can I say about this plant? Siguro ano na lang, ang tip ko sa inyo is, again, find a spot for it na makakakuha siya ng bright indirect light. According to experts, it can get up to 3 hours of direct sun, but then again, mahirap mag-risk kasi nga meron siyang mga variegation. So, siguro 3 hours of direct sun in the morning, okay lang yon kasi even may other plants naman na variegated, nakakuha sila ng morning sun na matagal, mga 2 to 3 hours, ganyan, and okay naman sila. So, siguro morning sun, okay, afternoon sun, not really. So, hanapan niyo lang siya ng spot na, yun nga, makakuha siya ng bright indirect light. Don't water it that much. Again, I water mine every 2 weeks, once every 2 weeks, ganyan. Tapos, hindi din siya maarte sa tubig. I use tap water, and ngayong tag-ulan dito sa Pilipinas, syempre, medyo nagtitake advantage ako sa ulan. So, madalas, nilalabas ko siya kapag umuulan. And pinapaulanan ko siya. Ayun pala, some people say na you have to mist the plant. In my case, you know I don't know if I already said this, but I think I did. I mentioned this in previous plant videos, but I'm not really big on misting or mga paggamit ng mga humidifiers, ganyan. Kasi first off, it's very humid in the Philippines. Humid na dito sa bansa natin. So, I don't think kailangan pa niya ng humidifier. And also, when it comes to humidifier, I think nabanggit ko na to before, pero kasi I've read somewhere na ang humidifier, yes, it increase the humidity level in a certain area. But if you wouldn't be able to maintain that humidity level, parang pointless siya. So, I just, I don't bother na maglagay ng humidifier. And beside that nga, napaka-humid na dito sa Philippines, especially dito sa Manila, so hindi ko naman siya kailangan dito sa area kung nasan ako. As for misting, I've also said this before, you know that I don't really mist my plants, and that's because, especially if indoors, there's a tendency for it to, grow fungi or mas mag-grow yung mga bacteria ganyan and fungi, and I don't want that for my indoor plants. So, I'd rather not mist my plants. Binabasa ko lang siya kapag dinidiligan talaga siya. Pero pag nakahang lang siya sa living room ganyan, as is lang siya. Walang anything na akong ginagawa, walang humidifier, walang misting, and so far nakita nyo naman yung itsura niya, okay na okay naman siya. So I can assure you na basta mahanapan nyo siya ng magandang spot, don't water it that much, it'll grow for you and it'll produce a lot of babies for you, which you can propagate. Actually, if you want to make this bushy, ayan, sobrang haba na ng kanyang trail, pwede kayong mag-cut and mag-root out, mabilis naman siya mag-root out, as you can see sa aking propagation, di ba? And ayun, ibalik nyo lang siya doon sa kanyang pot. So, depende yan on how you want your plant or plants to look like. So, nasa inyo na yan, okay? So, ayun lang. I guess that's it for this video. Sana kahit paano ay nakatulong ito. In case you have this plant and medyo nagsistruggle ka, or kahit hindi ka nagsistruggle, hope you find this video helpful and interesting. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and join the plant fam. We're on a road to 5K, guys. So, please support my channel, subscribe, and yeah, I don't have anything more to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys again in my next video. Bye!